Welcome to NAT. My name is Paul Spanos, and today we have with us the co-director and actor Luciana Gagliardi from the Amuse Theatre group. It's a community-based group. And Luciana,
hi,
welcome.
Paul. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, and could you please tell us what is this Amuse Theatre group?
Amuse Theatre Group is a community-based theatre group,
Okay.
non-profit.
All right.
So we don't make any money out of it, but it enables people to express themselves creatively.
Okay.
We welcome everyone.
All right.
I don't think there's anyone that we would close the door to.
Okay. Where is it based on?
Where it's based, we actually rehearse in Mount Waverley,
Okay.
in Miller's Crescent, just across the Mount Waverley train station.
Okay.
And generally our rehearsal nights are Friday nights. And at the moment we're in rehearsals for 2 plays.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're co-director in this?
I
in this
am.
group?
I'm co-director.
Okay. And how long this group exists so far?
The group, as in Amuse Theatre
Yes,
Group,
as an Amuse Theatre.
it's been running for about approximately 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in the same area? In
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so, only because I've only been with them for the last 2 months.
Okay.
Which I'm really grateful.
Yes, okay, good. Gee, you sound exciting for the 2 months being with them.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it. Theatre is just an amazing area to be in. It just spiritually has done a lot for me.
Okay, how you got involved into that then?
Well, interesting enough, I knew this year I wanted to get into theatre. I thought,
Okay.
no, I want to get into theatre, and I performed in a musical called The Call of Guadalupe.
Okay, as an actor?
As an actress, yeah.
Okay.
And which was written by John Lee.
Okay.
And at the end of that performance, John Lee pulled me aside.
Okay.
He pulled me aside and asked if I'd like to co-direct with him.
Okay.
Because he has 2 other plays, which were shorter plays, of course.
I mean, John Lee is the main person involved into the Amuse Theatre.
John Lee's the writer.
Okay.
So he writes all the plays for
All right.
Amuse
And
Theatre.
directs as well.
And director.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my mentor.
Okay.
I am so grateful and privileged that I have met this wonderful man.
Gee, that's good. The community to have such a resourceful person, isn't it?
He is amazing. Not only is he a writer, he's an actor himself, so he
Okay.
understands the craft to a T.
Okay.
He's an artist,
Okay.
and I've seen a lot of his paintings, and they're just outstanding.
I mean, he's a painter as well. He paints as well,
Yeah.
Gee, that's incredible. That's very good, very creative sort of artistic work, isn't it?
Yeah.
And do you have a specific group that in that theatre from the community, or it is general for everyone?
It's general for everyone.
Okay.
But, in this theatre group, because it's general for everyone, that includes anyone with disabilities,
Okay.
anyone with impairments.
Okay.
We don't discriminate.
Okay.
You could be blue or purple for all I care, but
right,
if you want to join,
All right.
come on.
There you go.
No problems, absolutely none whatsoever.
Everyone can participate, irrespective to the background and age group as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when they found out about the group, how they get connected with you guys, if they want to find out more about this group? Is
They can email to us.
Okay.
And write us a little note on the email, and
Okay.
we'll respond back to them.
Okay.
Obviously, we're in the midst of rehearsals with 2 plays, and we're performing on the 22nd of November
Okay.
at the Clayton Community Theatre. So if they wish to come along and see that, they can
Okay.
also approach us then as well and talk to
Okay.
us in person.
Okay. Even for a person that doesn't feel comfortable being part of a theatric play, can come along.
Yeah, definitely. There's always they're always welcome, because we always need help behind the scenes.
Okay.
And it can be things like, if they want to, type up the emails, or if they want to do the teas and coffees, or if they want to help us on the production day or the performance day. Many hands make light work.
Okay.
So we're welcome.
When you welcome everyone, how do you deal with a shy person? I mean, especially if you want to use them, how do you discover the actor out of them or the actress out of them?
Well, that's a really good question. If someone came in and they were really shy, they would probably be not so shy within 15 to 20 minutes. We do a lot of warm-ups.
Ah, okay.
We do a lot of warm-ups, and those warm-ups generally get you out of your comfort zone.
All right.
And as soon as you let go and as soon as you get out of your comfort zone, everything else just falls into place. Okay. And interesting enough, even for the actors that do go every week, it's funny, you tend to build up these walls even from week to week. But as soon as you've done your warm-up, we're back to normal. Okay, let's go. Let's get into it.
That's beautiful.
So I think a shy person wouldn't be shy for too long.
Oh, magnificent.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting story. We have a lot more to talk about it. We'll come back after the break. Thank you for being with us. We're going to continue shortly. Welcome back to NAT. We continue to discuss about the Amuse Theatre with Luciana. And let's discuss about the people. They come and they say, okay, what can I do and how can I help in this theatre? And have you seen any sort of how they come out of their cell and how they develop in that relationship with the theatre?
Look, I think when you observe it right from the beginning and you look at the progression over the weeks, each cast member is growing in their own way, whether it's spiritually or confidence, whether it's self-esteem, and you see it from week to week to week. So what I love about the theatre, it is a positive thing. It's positive. It definitely has the opportunity to give those an opportunity to grow.
That means they do have some things within them, and you guys bring them to surface, isn't it?
Oh, I'll bring it out.
Okay.
I'll bring it out.
And you want them to express themselves as who they are.
Each person has a uniqueness about them. We don't want to remove that. We want that in. We want that brought into their character. You've got a dialogue. You've got a dialogue. You might have a sentence and you read the sentence, but it's the actor that brings that to life, and they need to bring their uniqueness and a little bit of who they are in there. So we welcome that.
But as well as they learn the skill how to perform and how to communicate in a completely different way that they used to.
Absolutely, Paul. And when you've got a director like John Lee, you will be taught that.
Look at that.
You will be taught that, and I still, again, I'm so privileged to have him as my mentor, and he teaches me each week something new, new. But
Minsky is very creative, must be.
He's very creative, but I will also ask that as much as we have this amazing director, it's up to the individual to be open to learning. Open yourself up and allow that information to flow through. If you close yourself off, we'll still have you, don't worry, there's no problems there, but you're not doing any justice to yourself. So you must be open for learning.
Then by doing that, you have more organic play, because it's part of their nature to be part of the play, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
No, that's good.
You want it to flow through. To do that, you've got to let go of all the walls. You've got to let go of your thoughts and opinions and just roll with it. Have fun with it.
So the passion comes out as well.
Passion, yeah.
The passion.
Yeah.
And the laughter and the cries and everything.
There's a few laughters.
Oh.
I'll tell you. I love it.
That's good. That's good. Excellent.
Yeah.
And on how the community embraces this. Do you have community support? Put it this way.
Oh, our community support, as in our funding.
Yes.
Our funding, it's actually through the Monash grant. We get a grant.
That's from the local council.
That's the local council, and we apply for it.
Okay.
Or government grant.
Yes.
That is the only way we kind of really can survive.
All right.
Also through our
because
actors.
you need to have costumes and
generally we use our own clothes, or we improvise.
That's right.
But also we, just because of insurance purposes and liabilities, each cast member just pays a fee of $2 each week, and that keeps us going. That keeps the teas and the coffees and the biscuits.
Okay.
And then there's just the generosity of whoever's there. They'll just throw something in there. So it is a non-profit organisation.
Okay. And do you have any feedback for those who participate? What is your feedback that you're getting from them?
If it's not a direct feedback, it would be more through observation, and that's their growth. That's they love it. Look, not only do they grow, but it becomes their way of life.
Okay.
And a sense of belonging. And I think as humans, we all search for a place we belong.
Okay.
Most of us are searching for a home or a group of, or family. And for most of the cast members, this is home, and this is where they belong.
Because I think that is very important for the audience, because if whoever wants to get involved in such a beautiful effort, so what that means for them, and the sense of belonging is beautiful.
It is.
It's pure community.
It is.
Pure community sense.
You know, if we didn't have a community, we wouldn't have anything.
Absolutely.
You know, we need each other.
Okay. Now, what are those plays for this year? You said 22nd of November, which is Saturday night.
Saturday. Yeah.
Yes, Saturday night.
Saturday.
Okay. Now, what are those two plays? Can you just take us one by one?
Yep, we've got the House of Geniuses.
Okay. And
it's about a businessman by the name Mr. Greedy.
Okay.
And I think his name says it all, actually.
All right.
And he's rather a hard-driving man, and he's quite infamous in buying up properties in little country towns.
Okay.
And
that's quite Australian.
Yes, and ripping everything out of them. And as we know, country towns have souls, they have hearts, and you know, he's only doing it because he wants to make lots of money. Okay. And that's his sole purpose. Okay. But we come up with a pretty good scheme to stop him from buying this particular house and this particular property. And I think that would pretty much surprise the audience.
Oh, that's
good. So I think they would enjoy that.
And what is your impression with the new actors or actresses that you...
They're doing a great job. They're amazing.
That means
they're delivering.
That means for those who are going to come, they're going to enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any fee that they pay, any ticket or something?
Yes, for adults it's $15 and concession $10.
All right.
And tickets are bought at the door.
Okay.
Yeah.
And 22nd of November, what time is the play?
3:30 p.m. in the afternoon is the first session, which would run about an hour and 20 minutes roughly. So they're not long plays, and that's both of them. That's both.
That's both. Okay.
Yeah. And then one at 7:30.
Okay. This is very exciting stuff. Thank you for being with us. Stay with us. We will come back shortly after the break. Welcome back to NAT. We continue our discussion with Luciana in relation to the theatre and a community-based theatre that has a lot to show to the people and to the participants to learn as well, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we go into that a little bit, just give us about a run about the second play.
Second play, All Work, No Play, it's
Okay.
called, and it touches on the unemployment process.
Okay.
It also touches on the asylum seekers.
Okay.
And then we've got the Prime Minister involved in this one too. Not the real Prime Minister,
Okay,
but
all right,
a segment
all right,
there.
okay.
You
You must have a good actor to do that.
So it has a lot of bits of laughter in this one as well as more heartfelt area
Okay,
too. So
okay.
it kind of touches lots of different
Some
levels.
realities as well.
Yeah,
Hard
absolutely.
realities. Okay.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. Okay, and but it is a more comedy or from a drama point of view, or both?
Has a bit of both, this
bit of
one.
both,
This
a bit
one
of
has a
balance.
bit of both, and I think you'll go on that kind of a ride where you're laughing at one moment and then the next moment you can feel and you feel compassion. You start to feel that compassion and you're drawn into it. And then towards the end there's this uplifting feel of unity. Okay. So it has an amazing message through it, and of course it's up to the individual and their perspective of it as well, and interpretation of it.
Now, how difficult is it for the person who is an actor or an actress to follow the script and the emotions of the story?
I think the first thing I would say is learn your lines.
Okay.
And when you learn your lines, you start, and the story, I think it's important to get the whole gist of the story,
Okay.
not just that little dialogue.
All right.
Get the whole gist of the story. Learn your lines and then start allowing it to flow through. And it does come. It does.
come
It
out.
actually does. It isn't. In many ways, it is important to know your lines.
Okay.
There's many key words in those dialogues
Yes.
that emphasise on the emotions that you need to experience.
But it is a technicality that you get rid of that technical problem, knowing your lines.
That's right.
And then you feel a little bit the freedom to understand really the message and the emotions about it.
That's right, and then you can improvise. Then you can start adding a few of your own little words if you like to, and make it more natural.
Okay.
But as long as you know your lines and the message that and how to deliver it.
Okay.
So yeah, I think that's probably the
So
best
the director
way.
is a little bit flexible in that area too, as long as the message comes out.
Yes.
It's flexible to the rest of it.
Very.
So the person really can discover himself or herself in this play, isn't it?
It's a place of growth.
Okay.
It really is. It's and you're sharing. So and you're not on your own. That's the thing. You're not up there on your own.
It's quite teamwork, isn't it?
It is amazing teamwork. And if someone's being challenged and you're being challenged, you don't feel alone. You don't feel threatened in any way whatsoever.
And you are able to learn from one another this way, isn't it?
Yeah.
And your empathy goes.
Absolutely. It's what it's all about.
Grows on this. On your personal reflection for the period, even though short period you are with the theatre, what would be the summary of what you know so far that you really benefited from being part of it?
To be honest, I have felt a great sense of community spirit that I have never put myself in before.
Yeah.
And I've learnt in my own personal challenges that I have some abilities I didn't know I had. And what I love about that is able to share that with others too.
Okay.
But I learn more off my cast members than probably they learn off me.
Okay.
But it has been a great journey and we've done it all together. I am absolutely so rapt that I did say yes to this job.
It is worth it if it is to suggest to someone who hasn't tried before.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
is something that it is worth coming and have a look and being part of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, part of life is progress, and in order to progress, we are met with challenges, and we need to learn and find ways to either go over, under, or around the challenges. But as long as we keep moving forward, as long as we keep trying, and I use this word a lot, effort, as long as you apply a lot of effort, you'll overcome pretty much any obstacle.
That is an opportunity in life to be able to channel yourself in a place or in work, because if you call it work, but at the same time it's not, isn't it? It's entertainment, it's work, it's a community.
It's a bit of everything.
It's a bit of everything.
You can have so much fun. You know, the effort for most is to get there at rehearsals.
That's right.
You know, and we know by the end of the day we're sort of tired and exhausted, and we go, oh, now I've got to go again. But the interesting thing is, once you've made that effort and got there, this new sense of energy comes through, and you bounce off each other, and I know 10 out of 10 times I will say, I'm so glad I'm here now. I just love it. So it is effort. It really is.
Closing very quickly, if I'm a new person and I want to come in, I will come and basically I'm going to write an email.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And the email is amuse.theatre@yahoo.com.au.
That's correct.
I will email, then I'm going to have a response.
Yes.
And the new season will start the beginning of next year.
Yes.
Somewhere February or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll send out emails to everyone that has placed an expression of interest.
Okay.
And that's also giving them an opportunity, because the thing is too, life changes and they might say yes now, but something else comes up. But yes, we'll give them an email.
And everything starts from there.
And that's it. We take it from there. And
Now, before we close today's interview, thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
We want to ask you about Channel 31, which is a community-based television. It's a non-profit organization. What would you suggest, because we are in a sort of a difficult situation at the moment with the government, to continue and own us free to or off from the free-to-air channels? What would you say to them? What is your impression?
What I love about the Channel 31 is it connects the community as one. I think it's a great way to connect visually, and keeping the spirit. I think if the government wants to pull Channel 31 away, I always thought Australia was a very spiritual country. As we say, the spirit of Australia. I think they would do a very big injustice. A big injustice to the community, to the communication. This may be the only source of people out there that know what's going on. Some people don't have computers. Some people don't even know how to use a computer, but they know how to switch on the TV. And this could be their only link to the outside world.
Absolutely.
I just think it's a big mistake. I think this is more wholesome. Channel 31 is just, it's got a heart and a soul to it. It's wholesome, it's organic, it's natural. I mean, I'm not being paid to do this. So I think injustice
is the word.
An absolute injustice.
Lucia, thank you for being with us.
Thank you,
It was
Paul.
really great. And that theatre is absolutely awesome.
Effort.
And I wish I'm going to have Tom, going to see my calendar to come and watch you guys.
Definitely.
Thank you for being with us. Please join us next week, the same time, for another program.